So today we are going to discuss about the point-to-point protocol. So this point-to-point protocol is communication protocol, which is used for sharing the data between two point-to-point computers. So it is the high-speed networking protocols, which is used in dial-up services in existing VDSL, ADSL networks. So which provides the backbone support for the networking or different networks. So let me share the screen for the triple P. I hope the slide is visible. So as I said earlier, this is the communication protocol which is used in the data link layer. And this protocol is used to transmit multi-protocol data between two directly connected point-to-point computers. As it is used in the data link layer, which is the second layer of TCP IP stacks. It provides the byte-oriented protocol, which is being used in broadband communications, where heavy loads and high speed of data transfer is required. So normally it is used in high-speed networks like dial-up networks, ADSL, which acts as a backbone point for providing the networking services. So today we are going to discuss about these protocols. So we have a triple P protocol. We have one more protocol called HDLC. These two protocols acts like the uh, data transfer communication protocols. So the triple P, the data are getting transmitted in sequence of frames, which is listed out in RFC 1661. Now, this architecture shows how the triple P protocol is used. So the left part is the home network, the right side is the remote computers or remote office. So here the client uses different application processes, making use of TCP/IP. And here we use modem here for transferring the data to modulate and for demodulating of data. So in between this home network and the remote office, we use a dial-up telephone line, which is being used with triple P. So here we use a triple P mechanisms. On the destination side, we use the different routers, different modems to configure and the conversions. So as it is a point-to-point, so this protocol have only one sender and one receiver, where dedicatedly, like we have a link which connects between these 2 points, sender and receiver. So some of the advantages when compared with the existing protocol is there is no media access control, no need for MAC addressing, etc. So it is one of the popular point-to-point protocols which provides the high-speed data transfer. And it also have a support where this protocol can be run in the existing data link technologies. The additional functionalities is management related functions, how the encapsulation process is being carried out, how the datagrams are getting converted into sequence of frames, how it provides multi-layer protocol supports, how the bits are transparent enough, and how it is being uh, used for providing authenticity. So we have error detection policies as like TCP, we have multi-protocol supports, we have encapsulation mechanisms. So everything is being incorporated in this triple P. So the extra stuffs coming for this triple P is connection liveness. So always the setup is able to detect any kind of faultiness or any network failures where it can able to detect and identify these faultiness. And we have a support for automatic address negotiations, automatic configurations and deconfigurations, able to learn the parameters, networking parameters, able to detect what is happening in and around the networks. So these are all some of the additional features that is been incorporated into this program. So we have an additional support for management related functionalities, support, and we have authentication supports. So we don't have any flow is any data goes out of order delivery want to be done, and we have no error correction policies. So this is the data frames. We have control frames. We have data frames. We have info variable length of data. We have a checksum or cyclic redundancy checks. So we use in where we use the different flags here. And this one shows how the bits byte has been stuffed along with the data. So we use a byte stuffing concepts here between transferring data for safe delivery of data. So some of the important services of triple P is just the rules, uh, the standards and procedures to be followed. So they are set up with the different kind of rules and policies. So where it states how the frame format to be defined triple P, what sort of procedures to be incorporated for establishing the links and for connection terminations, what are the kind of procedures to be followed and how address negotiation to be done, how encapsulation of data, converting the datagrams to frames, what are the techniques to be adapted, how to provide authentication tools, authentication supports, how to provide connections for multiple links, etc. So these are all the different services they are provided by Triple. Coming to the components involved in Triple, so this diagram shows the middle stack, and these are all the different components of the Triple P. So we have the networking layer where the information is coming from the higher level layer. So the informations are getting processed as datagrams. When it comes to the data link layer, this layer will do some stuffing, encapsulation, converts the datagrams into sequence of frames. So for all these frames, we need to indicate the reference number or frame number along with the authentication support. So we have encapsulation component here that it encapsulates the entire datagram so that it can be transmitted over the lower level layers. So what policies we are adapting for doing or converting the datagrams into sequence of frames. Then we have a link control protocol. This protocols is to establish responsible for connection establishment, how to maintain the connection, how to terminate the links once the data transfer is successful. So it also imports a negotiation for setting up of options, additional features between two endpoints. Then we have a third component called authentication protocol, which is mainly used to provide the authenticated features between two endpoints. So we have two authentication protocols in TTP. One is called password authentication protocol. The second one is called challenge handshake authentication protocol. So the last component is network control protocols, which is used as the networking component for negotiating the parameters and facilities, etc. for the networking layers. So when it comes to the lower level layers, we usually converts these frames into sequence of bit patterns. This diagram shows the triple P, the entire stages of triple P. So before exchanging this data, it has to set up these different states, configuration of networks, link establishment, how to provide the authenticated features, the process involved for conversion of the datagrams into frames, and how it is being transferred, and after data transfer, how it is terminated and comes to dead state. So we come up with this last slide where PPP use mainly in broadband communications, where high-speed data is required, where authentication is more important, and we use an existing technologies where these features can be incorporated. And finally, is used in some of the modem and dial-up connections. So thank you all for watching this video. Thank you once again.